welcome to another episode of The Trade Stylist, the place where we try and craft your trade. So this is, of course, the week of the 11th of May, 2024, and here we are trying to start, of course, with the disclaimers. And the first of all is that all views are personal, and the second is that you definitely have higher risks than probably even your investments in commodity trading. So please stay safe, please be secure. So hello everyone, I'm Debajyoti, better known as DJ, and I'm here to craft your trade. You can find me at TheTradeStylist on Twitter, YouTube, and on Instagram as well. We started our prayers. May the trading gods be with us always, and we move to the market update. So let's see how the markets have moved this week. We start with obviously the softs, and we can see that it's been an entire red week for all of the softs. Robusta, Arabica, Cocoa, London and US have lost significant numbers over the past couple of weeks. Orange juice is still holding strong. In fact, it's doing positive, but it's over the week it's slightly negative. Cotton and sugar, as we expected, has dropped. So sugar following its downtrend. It's not yet broken the supports. We'll see that in the trades section, but yeah, it's still going down the way I expected it to be. Moving on towards the week of grains. Well, grains are positive, so yeah, we can correct on the direction of the grains market as well, and they've been very strongly positive, so we're quite a bit of profit on our trades. Soybean oil slightly lower, just 0.2%, but yeah, everything else green and strongly green. YTD numbers, finally cocoa is falling compared to where it was. It's still 170 to 1% up. Wheat, after a long time, is positive, which is what I said I expected it to happen. And sugar is now negative over the year. Cotton almost catching up. But all the grains, if you see, compared to where it were last year, they've actually caught up from previous situations. Arabica still almost close. But yeah, overall, it's still the cocoa story. And I think that story still continues late into 2024. But then post that, we need to watch how the markets move. Moving towards tradecraft, this is where we look at how the trades have performed, and as we can see, corn futures are up. We were long, as you all know, we've been speaking about it for the last 3 weeks, and well, it seems to be going the right direction. So I still stay long. I think there's still quite a bit of move to happen. And if it does and we hit 500 plus, that's when we start seeing probably some profit taking happening. But yeah, it's been in the direction that we like. Wheat, same. I mean, it's been strongly positive. Risk off sentiment, definitely it rose. We took the right call at the right time, and that was good. Sugar, well, it has been negative as I expected it to sort of crack down. It does crack down. It has not broken previous lows, so it might be doing a base formation. We'll watch. When directionally, if you are right, certain times I'll take it. There might be weeks when all predictions can be wrong, all forecasts can be wrong, but when markets seem to go the way I think they would, I'll definitely take it. So yeah, I do think it's still wait and watch for sugar. It can break down. If you break, we take a shot there. If it doesn't break, it bounces. We'll see how to trade the market. Going forward, we look at trade speak and what is being said by the market, and this is primarily about how the markets are behaving, and we talk primarily this week about the movement in the grains market. There is definitely a lot of outflow in terms of the softs complex, and that money, which is still agri focused, typically would go into the grains market because the grains have been sort of undervalued over the year. Weather effects are definitely playing their part. There are floods in different parts of different nations, and then there is also the sentiment of risk which has been building up because of the wars in the Middle East, the wars in Ukraine which are still continuing, and I think this plays on a little bit longer. If on top of that there is any event or any bad news building up on top of the already news factored in, yes, it can get explosive. Do we see COVID types move? Probably not, but if significant amount of funds do move into this place, everything is possible. So yeah, I'm still strongly long. I'm adding to my positions, in fact. So if you're in the same trade, if you're doing the same trade, I suggest you do the same. Moving on, we'll look at points of interest for the week. And the sad story is definitely that the flood tolls both in Afghanistan and Brazil have killed over hundreds of people. Brazil has hit almost 50k people in terms of having them move out of different areas. And orange output, which is slightly unrelated, is down to 30-year lows. And that's where we're seeing the orange juice prices also impacted by all these news. Farmers in EU are protesting against something what they're calling the green poison law. Please do read about it. This is part of the same protests which have rocked Europe for the last year or so. And India is projecting its biggest shortfall of 14 years in terms of power. And Beyond Meat, alternative meat, is losing significantly higher than expected in Q1. And I think this is a theme across all the plant-based protein segments. And then IMF and Democratic Congo reach an agreement on a loan deal, which means probably there will be some financing agreement in place. So maybe that part of the world starts getting a little more stable. It's an inflation week. This is the week we look at US inflation, China retail sales, and definitely I'm looking forward to hear the US Fed chair speak about the recent sort of, I'll say, non-event with the rates and rise, but it's more about future, and we'll see how the markets react to that. And then we go to the next week. We'll look at market update for the week. We'll look at contract Versi again next week, and then of course we'll try and trade some more. So I hope you've liked this short and sweet messaging for the week, how the markets have moved, and definitely a profitable week. And I hope it stays that way. Wish I brought some more value to your weekend, and wish to see you on the next episode on the 18th of May 2024, where we should be coming to you from a different continent altogether. Cheers and have a nice weekend.